Yay! Happy Earth Week! Isn't this exciting, Mrs. Snail? We are going to talk to you all about planting, and not just planting our seeds, but planting our seeds in recycled materials. And that's so great for the environment to use anything recycled. Right, Mrs. Snail? Oh, thank you. She is giving us a flower. She got me a flower today. Every once in a while, she can be really nice and sweet. And that's what she is doing today. Thank you so much, Mrs. Snail. You're the best. All right. So what we are going to do today, like I said, is use some renewable resources, our seeds, and use some recycled materials and renew them again. And renew, reuse, recycle. That's what Earth Week is all about. And that's what our daily lives should be all about. So let's get started. What do we have so far? We have our K-Cups. Now let's talk about our K-Cups and using our K-Cups. So we're going to be using our K-Cups to put our seeds and our soil in, okay? So we're going to use that. So here is our seeds right here. And what I did already is I took out the coffee of our K-Cups. So mom or dad or grandma or grandpa, someone you know uses the K-Cups, save those. Take out the coffee grinds. After they do it, please don't do it beforehand. They're expensive. You don't want to waste them. And take out the coffee grinds, and you can put them in a bag. And later on, you can put them in your garden. And this really helps your garden grow a little bit. So if you don't get all of your coffee grinds out of the K-Cups, don't worry, okay? Because it's going to help them. So then after you do that, you want to fill them with some potting mix, which we already did, right, Mrs. Snail? Yeah, we spent all our time doing that before. So some of the things that we are going to grow, some of our items that we are going to grow, one of them will be some carrots. So I have some carrot seeds right on in here that we are going to put in our K-Cups, okay? So we're just going to put a little bit in our K-Cups. Don't put too much. You don't want to use too much in there because, thank you, because then they'll grow too close to each other. You don't want that to happen. Okay, you want to give them some space to grow. Everybody needs some space, right, Mrs. Snail? And we all need some space to grow, right? All right, so what I'm doing right here is just putting a little bit in each one of these K-Cups. And what I want to do after is I don't want to use a big pot of water and pour it on there, because what could happen is you drown them and you get them way too wet and they're not going to grow. What I like to do with these, okay, what I like to do is use a spray bottle, okay? And what did you do with our spray bottle, Mrs. Snail? I like to use a spray bottle, but it doesn't look like Mrs. Snail has our spray bottle. So in a pinch, which is sometimes really nice, you can kind of do this and you can get it just a little bit wet this way, and you can use it. So sometimes it's nice when your helper makes a mistake and takes your stuff away, because then you can do it like this, okay? And just use a little bit of water. You want it to be wet, but not overly wet, not too wet, okay? If you think you can do it this way and put just a little bit of water, you can try it. I don't recommend it because I don't want you to soak them and get them way too wet. But you can do a little bit, okay? But like I said, if you have a spray bottle, that's going to work best. And after you get all of your K-Cups all together and they're wet and you have everything done, what I like to do, definitely, be careful of the seeds, Mrs. Snail, is put some saran wrap on them. That's going to hold in you're not helping. Okay, you can help a little bit. Okay, you can help a little bit. All right, so I'd like to get them all like covered up. Okay, and there you go, good job. And after you get them covered up, you want to put this into Okay, be careful that you don't drop all the seeds. We still have some seeds there. And then you put this into a window. And you want to keep checking this. You want to keep checking. The reason why we put it in, put the saran wrap on is going to help it stay moist, okay? Remember, we talk all about evaporation and all that taking place. Well, that's all going to take place right in here. But definitely put it in a very lit window and definitely keep checking on them. Later on, you can put these in your garden once they start growing up. All right, so this is using our K-cups. Now we're going to talk about using an egg carton. Okay, so this egg carton right here, I like to use the paper egg carton. And why I like to use this, what? Why I like to use the paper egg carton, Mrs. Snail, is because it's really going to help us out, right? Later on, but we'll show them later. So we in here, now Mrs. Snail loves these cucumbers, right? Well, they're not cucumbers yet. Here, you can have this. I have the seeds out and I have the seeds in here. So what we are going to do with our cucumbers is just I have this filled with soil right in here. I cut it in half, but I cut it in half so it would fit into here. And what we're going to do with our cucumber seeds, just put a couple in each one, not too many, okay? Not too many. Again, you want to give it space to grow, right? No, I know that wasn't a real cucumber. I was just showing you the wrapper. Did you think we already grew them? You know about the growing process. All right, so then I already have one that we already did earlier. And I'm going to put this right on in here. There's two of them because I cut that in half. And I'm going to, what the beauty of this one is, it makes it so easy to water and not use too much, especially if you use this paper egg carton, because the water is just going to go right on through. You want to keep about maybe like a centimeter or two of water at the bottom of this, okay? And I have that right at the bottom. And the paper in the paper egg carton is going to soak that right on up, soak that into the soil, and let your plant get water that way, which is so good and so easy for you. Again, you definitely want to put this right on in the window so it gets a lot of sun. Because we talked all about how our plants need sun earlier, right? Our photosynthesis. Remember, we even read our book Top Secret with the human photosynthesis. All right, so I also have this, and I have a bunch of these. These ones are my favorite. The whip ones are amazing. All right, so again, instead of throwing these away and ended up in the dumpster, I can keep renewing and reusing them, right? And using them for something else. I'm using them for our container. And I'm going to put a little bit of the cucumbers in this one as well. Add just a little bit of water, not much, because someone took my spray can. Not mentioning names, but it was Mrs. Snail. And I'm sorry. Ow! Stop that! That was not funny. That was not nice. All right, anyway. And then you can use all of these. You want to label them, say, because right now I know that these are my carrots, and I'm sorry, these are my carrots, and these are my cucumbers. But if you start using a bunch of these, you want to make sure you label. Just put some tape on it and put what the name of it is or whatever else. Also, I wanted to show you that you can use other plants to grow other plants. Remember, we talked about that because a seed is just a tiny baby plant, right? So I had got my sunflowers as a gift last week, and now they're starting to die out. So what I can do right here is wait till they all dry. It's going to take a while. So I'm going to put it in a plastic bag, and when they dry out, I'm going to have all kinds of sunflower seeds that I can just take on off. I can use them to make to eat sunflower seeds. I can use them to make the suet for birds, or I can use them to grow new sunflowers. Okay, so I hope that this inspired you to grow some flowers or some plants, and for you to think about what you can use in your house to start your seeds. Okay, so if you do this, make sure you send me a video in Flipgrid, or you can make pictures and you can send them so you can show us what you're doing, because we want to see what you're doing to celebrate Earth Week. Right, Mrs. Snail? Okay, so Mrs. Snail, what do we say to fourth grade when we're ending our video? We say, peace